breathing with the generative system. This is an energy work meditation accompanying the lower Dan-Tien pressure breathing method. And this is for restoring life in the body, restoring energy to the body. So you see we have three main spheres. Right here, I'm going to do a quick introduction, then we'll get to the energy work technique. But we have three main spheres that we're going to be focusing on throughout this package that are critical to energy work and just understanding how we manifest here. That's the generative sphere, the heart sphere, and the mental sphere, okay? A lot of the time, and especially at the beginning, we want to be working with that generative sphere. So the intestines, the guts, right, and the generative system are literally the battery and the life force of the body. The battery and the life force of the body. So by doing meditations that work with this sphere, right, basically we can allow our intestines to release and purge. We can build a better battery. We can charge up that battery doing things like the lower Dan-Tien breathing method, all the accompanying energy work additions that talk about activating the legs, activating the lower sphere. But when we're talking, because this is literally the battery of the body, okay? This is where spirit resides, this is where mind resides, but this is like the most important element of physical being, okay? So getting right to the energy work meditation, my friends, is basically do some of the power breathing method into the lower center, the lower Dan-Tien. And in doing this, we're just going to build awareness of, our intestines, of our lower abdomen. So just breathe in and allow your belly to expand, push out. And I want you to really feel your root, your hips, right? Imagine this tangle, this web of intestines. Really feel all of it. Expand your body, right? Feel your spine, feel all of it. And then push it out and allow the energy to rise back up, right? Breathe in and allow that battery to take in energy, right? And then breathe out and allow it to rise. Apply some of the other methods throughout the meditations. But basically that's just to build awareness of the center. This technique, my friends, is looking at how the center operates and moves, okay? On the right side of our body, we have the ascending colon, okay? Then we have the transverse colon, which comes just beneath our rib cage and comes across, okay? And then we have the descending colon on the left side, right? And that connects into here, and your small intestine connects into the ascending colon here. So this wheel, as above, so below. The energy in this center kind of comes out of here, right? And does a weave like this, if you can see that pattern right there. So it comes up the right side, across the top of the stomach, down the left side, right? And basically what we want to start doing is start imagining this wheel and imagining that all of our intestines are just in this flowing big wheel. And what we need to do is breathe into that flow. So take a deep breath and imagine that pattern. Imagine the energy rising up from the right hip up to the right rib cage, right? Traversing the rib cage, falling back down the left side to the left hip, right? And then exiting out your root. So feel that pattern, right? And we can focus in on many different aspects of this. Basically, let your intuition guide you. But take a deep breath and imagine you're bringing the energy just you're filling up the entire intestines area. You're giving life force there. You're charging up the entire lower abdomen and feeling everything, right? Hold for a second and allow it all to charge up and pressurize. On the slow exhale, imagine the energy starting to rise in that circle, right? Feel the right side and imagine the energy rising up. Feel it traverse across the lower ribs / under the rib cage, right? On the very bottom of the exhale, allow it all to drop, okay? Take a deep breath and feel the top of your pelvic bone right across the top of your hips. Breathe in and imagine that's moving left to right, right? Breathe out and allow it to move left to right. Breathe in and imagine you're breathing the energy up the right side of your body. Breathe out and allow it to rise up the right side of your body. Breathe in and sit with the pressure against the front of your solar plexus, right? Breathe out and allow that pressure to move from right to left. Okay. Breathe in and imagine you're breathing into your lower left hip. Breathe out and allow the whole cycle, the whole sphere to rotate. So basically, my friends, we're just creating this image of this circle, right? And we're gonna breathe into maybe each aspect of that circle and then breathe out and allow it and feel everything as it starts to move, okay? By doing this, you're essentially imposing your mind and the image onto the physical being and helping the digestive system restart, right? You're charging up the body and the battery of the body by bringing our awareness into the generative system, into the intestines, right, that create the battery. Bringing our awareness there and breathing chi into it, right? Basically, my friends, at the end of the day, just start breathing into your belly and imagining this loop going on. Feel a sphere that goes around your back, out in front of your stomach, and that sphere is turning. It's turning from your right side to your left side, and then down and up and down and up. And just breathe into that sphere. And then slowly and subtly breathe out and allow that sphere to turn. Allow this whole like spiral motion from your belly button just to unfold and start turning, right? Breathe in, pressurize and power up. Allow and release and allow the sphere to turn. Get so still and observe. Become a witness of this wheel turning, right? Basically bring our awareness into it. Breathe in and expand all the intestines, expand the lower abdomen, expand into your root and your pelvic area, right? Charge up the chi, bring your awareness, bring the chi into there. Exhale and so subtly become a witness. Observe the process of the sphere turning, right? And just become a witness and feel all. How subtle can you feel in this area, right? So this is kind of like a water path meditation where there's breathing power, breathing in and fully expanding the lower sphere, right? From here out to here. And on the exhale, we're observing the wheel turn and allow it to turn. Breathe in and bring more light into the turning motion. Bring more energy, right? And then breathe out and release more. Allow more of that blocked up intestine area to start moving. Allow, the energy to start working through the lower Dan-Tien center, right? So that is to charge up the chi in the lower Dan-Tien center. And that's breathing with the wheel, okay? So now, an additional meditation technique to the wheel of the lower Dan-Tien. It's called the chi belt meditation, okay? So we have a chi belt in the Taoist Alchemy system, right? Right around your belly button, right here. And it wraps around your whole, basically the small of your waist. Feel just above your hips, right there, right? Imagine a belt that wraps around the front and wraps around the back, right? So this right here, this belt, that wraps around your whole being. What I want you to do is just start breathing and pushing out and pressurizing into that belt. So breathe into that lower abdomen, into the small of your stomach. And feel this belt just on the outside of your skin, right? And expand into the belt. Bring that generative energy of your intestines and generative system into the belt, right? On the exhale, allow the belt to move from, just allow it to move, allow it to flow in whichever way feels right at that moment, right? You could think about it as left to right or right to left. It doesn't quite matter for right now. Just breathe into the belt, right? So feel the belt. Exhale, and imagine this belt around your lower stomach is just moving around you. It's just this field of this stream of energy, right? That's just moving around you and it's purifying. It's a chi belt, right? And release everything into it. Allow this whole sphere to get released into that belt, right? And breathe out and imagine that belt just moving like more purely, like faster, right? Breathe in and expand and feel the belt all the way around you. Breathe out and allow the belt to move. Witness the belt moving, right? Breathe in, breathe the energy into the belt. Breathe out and imagine this belt is moving. Level 2, after you have an imagination and a feeling of this belt traversing your stomach and your lower back, right in the small of your waist. Part 2 would be to feel the power center, right, of your root and your sacrum, right here. So basically right in your hips, right in your root. Feel that center. And feel the solar plexus center, right here, right where your right below where your rib cage connects, right? And basically what we want to do is breathe in, feel our spine, right? This belt is circulating the spine, right? And it's clearing the spine. Feel the spine from your root right to the center of your back. Breathe into that pure spine, right? And when we exhale, imagine that the spine is just releasing into that sphere, that rotating chi belt, right? Breathe into the spine, the lower half of your spine. Exhale and just allow the spine to release into that chi belt, right? Now I want you to imagine this part just in the center of your body, kind of, right? The solar plexus and the sacrum, right? And what we want to do is breathe into those centers. And on the exhale, so breathe in and feel that lower center. Maybe do one at a time or both of them. Feel that lower center in your solar plexus. On the exhale, imagine they're both being sucked into the force of the chi belt, right? So they're just both flowing into the chi belt. Okay, breathe in. Breathe into this line. These two lines right here, my friends. These are the two axis points of the body, okay? And these are what get clogged up, okay? This is where the energy enters from the mother, and this is where the energy enters from the upper sphere. These are like the traverse points, the crossing points. So basically by building an awareness of this chi belt, right, in that lower Dan-Tien center right there, what we want to do is breathe into these two axis points right at your pelvic bone and right at the bottom of your rib cage. Breathe in, pressurize those points, breathe out, and imagine they're just entering the flow of the chi field, okay? We never move chi, we never move energy. All we have to do is realize the flow that is already there. This is the energetic and esoteric anatomy of you, okay? If we can imagine this chi belt wrapping around that lower Dan-Tien center, right? And breathe into that chi belt and then exhale and observe the relationship. Observe the flow of chi around your lower stomach, right? This is gonna open up the lower Dan-Tien center. By becoming aware of the chi belt, right? What happens is we allow the Dan-Tien center to actually expand into it. This is an expansion, it's a water path meditation, right? We allow the energy to expand into it. And therefore we open up the funnel from the above the lower Dan-Tien and below it, okay? Into the chi belt and into the lower Dan-Tien center. So breathe in and pressurize these two centers, and then breathe out and imagine they're entering into the chi belt, right? So that is part 1 on the chi belt and, you know, the cyclical or cycle breathing method for the lower Dan-Tien center. This meditation is very, very powerful. It aligns with our physical anatomy, and it is super potent for clearing up gunk in the physical body, restoring energy levels, and also accessing, you know, some of that grounding base and powerful energy of the body. So do the cycling method, do the chi belt method, and this is going to reveal so many different aspects to the energy work, to moving and releasing the stomach and your root connection and connection to the mother. You know, take what I said here and apply as needed, right? If all of a sudden, like you're feeling some pressure on the right side of your abdomen as you're doing you're breathing up the ascending colon, right? And then breathe and releasing on the descending colon. As you're doing that, if you start feeling pressure, just kind of narrow in on that pressure, but keep doing the breath and allow that pressure to release into the cycle, okay? Basically adapt to how you see fit. But try out these meditations and let them lead you to your own revelations and seeing what type of Chi or energy work meditations work best for you where you're at, okay? The last thing I want to say, my friends, is we had an image at the front of our body here, but basically continue to work with this image and continue to work with these techniques, but realize that by releasing the spine and allowing the energy to enter into those systems is where the real work happens. Anyways, thanks for watching this edition. I hope you found these 2 techniques super potent, super powerful, that are additions to the lower Dan-Tien energy work, pressure center breathing. Anyways, if you're seeing this on YouTube and you want to go check out the full master energy work package, link in the description. Super potent meditation techniques and breathwork techniques for expanding, activating the chi flows at the next level. Thank you so much, everyone watching this in the package. I hope you found this extremely potent. Let me know if you want more on the chi work or the cycle method. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the other side. Hit that like button, and I appreciate that. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Peace.